Today is November 10th, 2025. You want to share that really quick again, Paula?
Yeah, it's just I've had a couple people that I haven't seen for a while just come in and to the salon, or one I met in the grocery store, and they go, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you and you look fantastic, and I've been following you and Mike on Facebook." And I didn't even realize one of them was following. So that's so cool, and which goes to show you don't know who's following you.
Yep.
So yeah, very cool.
For sure. All right. Who else wants to share?
I'm just leading by example. That's at a barrel race. Look, I have to show you something.
Congrats.
Ooh. I have a young, new to me horse I'm running, and I jokingly said I'm going to put her in this race because I know that we can be consistent, but we're really slow. And I was really slow, and I was consistent enough to win a belt buckle.
Wonderful.
It was pretty funny. Everybody knew when I made my second time. They're like, "You just won that." I'm like, "I know." It's kind of funny.
Is it barrel race or
Yeah, in a barrel race. You had to
not?
run two times, and the person that runs closest to their own time wins the target. And I was 0.005 of a second off my own time.
That is consistency. That's so
Anyway,
funny.
I know that's not exactly a coaching win, but it is.
It
But it
is.
is. You're doing that,
Yes,
and your confidence has
yes,
come up, and you're doing things,
yes,
and
yes,
it
exactly.
flows right into my win that I was going to share on the Win Zoom this morning, but they got too tight. Um, my win is just consistency. Also, I'm doing. I follow along a lot of times with Dan Valentine's just to get a few extra crazy things. In fact, that's where our 2 to 3 client post has come from, and we're really kind of caressing that to get it so that it's going to fit well for our team. But my consistency was clear back. I think it was the beginning of August.
Whatever.
Beginning of August? I think it was the beginning of August. I started with a challenge that Dan put out to us with Gary Vee. And what it is to send a message to every single person in your contacts. And I created a short because if you're texting, it has to be 59 seconds. Um, and I've evolved that a little bit, but it just says, who am I? And I send a note that says something about, I'm TJ Good in case it's a different contact. And I just had somebody say, I didn't know that you could help me with this. And I wish I had known sooner. And so it's my goal to get in and tell every single one of my friends, whether I've known you forever or whether I've only known you for a second. I want everybody to know exactly what I do in case I could help you or I could help somebody in your world. And then I send that little video that I've created. I've actually crafted it several different times and changed it up as we go through this metabolic lesson. And I have made it all the way through H. And I know that sounds funny, but my contacts are blended with Kevin's, and we have thousands of contacts, and I have sent hundreds and hundreds. And you have no idea how many times it's like, I don't want to send it to that person. Click, and it sends. That's the deal. Dan Valentine said, send it to everybody. And I'm sending it. I sent it to a chiropractor yesterday. I'm just going through and I'm sending. And when I have time, I have screenshotted with a contact and I've created an album so I can go right to that album and see my Gary Vee. It was Gary Vee that did his was very in your face video. Mine isn't quite as much of an in your face video. But I go to this little album and I've screenshotted and like Dr. Hess, he was the last one in there, but every time I finish, I take a screenshot, I put it over in that so that I know exactly where I finished, just to make it a little easier to go back to my contacts and scroll down to H. And I've just simply been consistent, been out of my head. And you know what? When I get finished, every single one of my contacts will know exactly what I do if they watch the video, and if they didn't, it's their own fault. So, anyways, so that's my consistency. So, Raquel, do you have anything fun to share?
No, just walking better and breathing better, and I think my mind feels better.
Good. Awesome, awesome. That's those are big things, especially when you're dealing with not feeling great.
Yes. It's like I was looking up funeral plans.
Oh.
I got
Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Well, does anybody have anything particular that they want to go through? Okay. Questions, concerns, anything that you've been thinking about other than this new stuff that I'm going to tell you. I'm going to lead into it a little bit with you. Like I said, I actually have a message from Jan, and I ignored it because it's time for this. So I don't know what she's saying about the document, or whether she's going to tell us to go a total different way, because she doesn't work on Sundays. And Jen and I were getting excited on Sundays. It's like, oh, and I just created this video. Okay, and she just created that video. And we're trying to make it simple, but at the same time, it's like, but wow, we could do more so that they'd understand this better. Oh, but we could do more. Simple, simple, simple. Yes, Paula.
I do have a question on the study that they're creating and sending out, the health study. How can we as non-professionals send out a health study?
But we are professionals. We're not
Not
medical.
medical
We're
professionals. Yeah.
but we're doing, it's just a metabolic health study. It's just and if you want to change the verbiage, if you're worried about that, it's just me taking notes on what my clients are doing. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to add a little different thing. Like if I have 5 people that I'm going to put in, I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to actually come together with them. Unlike my group thing on Tuesday, I'm going to say, okay, guys, these are the options of times. Mark all that you can. And I've only got 2 people that have started so far. So I've just kind of put them into the regular system, just totally regular system.
Okay.
But I'm, they get the RIMPO scale, they have to send you your stats, and there's actually a form for that too. So I am going to show you guys the document. Again, this could totally change. So, did I freeze?
You're done. I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes, but I'll have you in the car.
Okay.
For a little bit. I've got a doctor's appointment, but
Okay. All right. Well, let me get over here. See where we have the document. Here's the health stuff. Okay. So this is the document that I created, and we've just been working on it. So the very first thing, there's like a 1.5-minute overview video of what the metabolic quiz is, because they were before we turned it into a study, before they even did the 2 to 3 thing, Craig Blanchett created a job form for a metabolic quiz, just to see kind of where you were, which is just a touch point to lead you into a health assessment. So that's where it started, probably 2 months ago, with Craig Blanchett creating a job form metabolic quiz to help us just talk with people. So this is kind of the overview. So we've got 2 different ways now. So this is how you create a metabolic quiz job form. Here's a video of Jan and Jen going through it. It's about 10 minutes long. You can remember YouTube videos, you can speed them up. If there's stuff that you don't need to hear, and then stop it, and you can slow it back down, or you can, go through it really fast and then come back and have it open in one tab and go back and forth as you're doing stuff. If you decide that's what you want to work on, And then here are the steps. So this is a document to step by step by step go through the things. So you can, and you'll see they actually have this document open too, but you'll have access to it. The next thing, it says not required steps below. We are going to put together, if we use this document, how to create a logo if you want a logo. It's not necessary at all. Here's how to create a calendar or a Calendly link. Again, we haven't created that video yet. Because of course we're just trying to really get the basics of all of this done. And then, so anyways, those are things that you can do. Hi, love you.
Love you.
Very careful.
Thanks.
So, and then the second option, this is the one that Amber Smithson came up with, which I thought, wow, I really like that too. Now hers is a Google form. I don't know if you guys have worked with Google Forms. If you have a Gmail, you have Google Docs, you have Google Drive, you have Google Sheets, you also have Google Slides, and you have these Google Forms, which she showed, and I'm assuming that most of you saw Saturday. So this is a video. I'm putting that job form together, or that Google Sheet, or Google Form, use my right words, together. And then this is literally a document that tells you first, you go to Google Drive. Second, you go and you click on Google Form. You click on a new one, or you click on new, you click on a Google Form, then you you can have mine up. Oh, I didn't put mine in there. I need to put mine in there. But it actually, I think Jen has it down below. The next thing, here's a really quick, I think it's 2 minutes, metabolic posts on social media. You need to create your own. Remember, you don't want to copy and paste. Now, if it's really short, you can just do a color back. But if you add anything much more, the color back goes away and it's just black print on a white background. So you want to make sure if you want to create that post, literally, I'll take a picture of my desk, which is dark. And then I go in and edit the picture and put verbiage on it. You can do that. Somebody who uses Canva can go and create something really pretty. Remember, less is more, and you just want it to be visually catching, really bright or something like that. So anyways, that's just about literally the post. This one is a little video about interacting with the metabolic post in the comments. So that gives you a little bit more. Jen did that one. I have not seen that one yet. Now the next one, this is a power tool that I think most of us are losing, because the more when I refer to LLCM, I hear, what? What's that? This is, in fact, Amy and I just went through it, but it's okay because you haven't been in the middle of everything. LLCM, like, comment, go to Messenger and create a relationship. We're not talking health there. We're just creating a relationship. Move on to the next person. And then go back and forth the next few days. The more that you awaken them to feeling like you're their best friend, the more likely they're going to be ready to actually talk to you and say, what is that thing that you do? But it's going to take going back and forth 5, 6, 7 times. It's not going to happen if you say, oh my gosh, your dog is so cute. What's his name? They're going to come back and say Sam. And if you go, oh, that's great. It's not going to happen at that point. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And he's just a puppy. Does he still have that puppy breath? Yeah, he still has puppy breath, and he's such a maniac. He's crazy. Oh my gosh. Is he chewing up all of his toys, trying to get rid of those baby teeth? Yeah, he is. Isn't it crazy? Oh my gosh. So tell me, where did you end up getting him? And all of a sudden they're going to say, so what is this thing that you do? It is the craziest thing if you follow LLCM. So you liked something on their wall, you liked something on their wall, you commented on one of them, you don't go too deep into it. Then you go over to Messenger and ask them about it. Or if they liked your post, which is where I'm actually going with this one, if they liked your post, you say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for liking my post about the metabolic study. Would you, by Paula, would you like to know more about it? Or were you just helping encourage me? You know what? And then you can also go to their page and like something and talk to them about something else too. But that's waking it up a little bit more because it was a like on that post. Okay. What do you do next? You set up a health assessment as per usual. What do you do next? They say yes. You place the order. You send them the scale. Here's the link for the scale, the one that everybody's doing. It's 1964 or something like that. You plan a 4-week study with them. So you're going to make sure to keep them in a place where you're following along with those particular people that got the scale. They're going to send you. We've got a job form down below for that, or a Google form. And then how do we use this for interactive clients? Here's a video that tells you all about what it looks like to do that. And here is something that I send to them. This is that metabolic synchronization video. So I go in here and it shows you. Follow up. Once a client has received their order, treat them like all other clients. Setting them up in My Path to Health, have them watch the training kickoff call and confirm any questions or clarifications needed to get started. Number 2, create a weekly check-in form, send it to the client. Send it to the client and have them fill it out weekly. So this makes that study. This is the form that's for that study. And then here's create a copy for yourself. And we need to put in here. We're going to do something about follow up with not yet. But we'll talk about that one later. So, what questions do you guys have about this? Like I said, I haven't launched this yet. We haven't launched this yet. Jen and I need to get together and then we want to, do a little bit deeper dive on it. Any questions about that? Does that look pretty simple? It's a little different than what Craig did. It's a little different than what
Are you screen sharing? I'm not seeing any. Are you?
Oh, I just took it down.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Any questions about what that looks like, or I'm getting really excited about it. So, okay. All right. Anything else you guys would like to talk about? Otherwise, we'll jump off of here. Okay.
Well,
All right.
good.
Be
Thank
watching.
you.
Yeah, be watching Jen and Jen and TJ. We'll be launching it sometime. I don't know if we're going to have a special meeting or if it's going to be on the team time tonight, maybe. So,
Okay.
okay. All right. Thanks for joining me,
Thank
guys.
you. See ya.
Bye.